Welcome back to Mrs.Melancholy, where we explore the eerie, the unexplained, and the forgotten. I'm Michelle.
This is Ellie.
And I'm Vanessa.
And tonight, we're diving into one of Toronto's most infamous haunted locations, the former Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital in Etobicoke.
I'm so excited.
I know.
It's my old school.
I know. We all have ties to Humber, and yeah, this is very exciting. And the grounds there.
Yes.
So this abandoned asylum has a long and complicated past, and for decades, whispers of paranormal activity have surrounded its decaying walls and underground tunnels. But as always, we'll approach these stories with respect, remembering that behind the ghostly tales are real people and real histories. So turn the lights off, settle in, and let's step inside the haunted halls of Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital, if you dare.
Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready?
Always.
I'm so ready.
Okay.
I have a list of things to tell you about that place.
I can't wait to hear them.
Also, if you are in the GTA Toronto area in October, they do the best haunted house.
Yes.
They do. They
Truly.
really do.
Because it's legit haunted.
Yeah, exactly.
The Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital originally opened in 1890 as the Mimico Insane Asylum. It was founded as part of a movement toward more humane treatment of mental health patients with an emphasis on self-sufficiency and rehabilitation. Like many institutions of its time, it was built on the idea that fresh air, farm work, and a structured routine could aid in recovery. Patients farmed the land, worked in on-site workshops, and lived in what was known as the cottage system, a setup designed to create a more home-like atmosphere rather than a traditional hospital environment. However, as we know, psychiatric care in the past was often brutal. Many patients endured outdated treatments, isolation, and neglect. And when a place holds so much pain, it's no surprise that echoes of the past refuse to stay silent.
Fair. Although I will say this whole cottage system, in theory, sounds really nice.
Yeah, in theory, it does. It's just psychiatric care
creepy.
was completely misunderstood.
It's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
And it was creepy.
Mm-hmm. And one of the most chilling legends to come from the hospital is that of the faceless nurse. According to an old construction worker's tale, he was working late one night in the underground tunnels, making his way toward an exit. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw a woman standing in a nurse's uniform. He called out to her, but she didn't respond. As he stepped closer, she slowly turned, revealing a blank, featureless face. He fled the tunnels and refused to return, but to this day, the legend of the faceless nurse lingers, a silent reminder of those who once worked these halls.
It's giving Silent Hill.
It really is.
Oh my God, it's giving Silent Hill. You're like, faceless nurse, and I was like, Silent Hill nurse.
Silent Hill to the
I
max.
love that imagery.
That place
It's-
is... Yeah, no. I think I seen one. I think I seen the nurse before.
Yeah?
Oh, 100%. Especially in the washroom.
Yeah, you want to tell the story?
Oh, do I ever.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so I will tell you the story about what happened. I went to Lakeshore for my PR program, and one day I was in a class, and I needed to use the facilities as usual. So I went to the washroom, and it's the second floor. So the cottages were actually dedicated for like different people, and so the one that I was in, it was in the women's ward. So I was going into the washroom, washing my hands, and there's still like the metal rods on the windows,
Like the bars?
yeah, the bars are still there. So I'm looking into the mirror, and I see a shadow figure in the window. And at first I was I just stopped, and I was like, wait. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I turned around, and it was gone. And you have to keep in mind, I was in the second, I was on the second
story.
floor.
Yeah.
So no one was there.
It's always the second floor washroom.
Why?
Oh, that's so
Keg
creepy.
here.
Yeah. My old middle school.
Yeah,
No.
no, it is. And you have to see the washrooms. They're not really up to date. It looks like like a mental ward type of washroom, like the old school like tiles and everything. So it was like,
Cool.
yeah. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god! I darted out of that washroom.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would too.
no.
100%.
On again.
Not happy.
100%. I would fly away.
Fly, you fools.
Peace out.
Yes, and going back to the tunnels, actually, many visitors and former staff have reported unsettling encounters in the dark, winding passageways. Some tell of sudden temperature drops, flickering lights, and perhaps most chilling of all, the sound of whistling.
Oh yeah.
Imagine walking alone, the air damp and cold, the only sound being your footsteps, when suddenly, from the shadows behind you, a soft, eerie whistle drifts through the air. You stop, it stops. You continued forward, and so does the sound,
I hate that.
following
It
you
is
through
scary.
the darkness. This unsettling phenomenon has been reported time and time again, making the tunnels one of the most active paranormal hotspots on the property.
Are you still allowed to go in them? Like, I thought they closed them down.
Not 100% sure on that, honestly.
I wonder.
I'm pretty sure they conduct tours.
Probably.
Not too sure. Anyone work or go to Humber?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
never
Let us
got a
know in
chance
the
to.
comments. Holler at your
Curious.
dollar, honey boo boo.
I know. I would love
Boots
to
the
go.
house down, mama. Yes.
But I would totally run through it. I wouldn't even just like slow down. I'd be like darting. I would be like, you
You'd be
saw
darting?
bolt just taking off. Be like, no guys.
No,
see ya."
I'd savor it. Like when we were in the tunnels at Casa Loma.
That's what I was thinking of as well.
That was so fun.
It was so sick. It was the best part of that.
yeah.
We're gonna go back.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna go.
We're gonna go. Anyway, back to the property of the Mimico Psych Ward. Of course, not all spirits are contained underground. The hospital's powerhouse, a looming brick building with a towering smokestack, is said to be another site of eerie activity. Rumors persist that it was once a crematorium for deceased patients. While historical records don't confirm this, visitors have reported strange occurrences, shadowy figures moving through the old structure, unexplained noises, and the distinct feeling of being watched. Perhaps it's simply the power of suggestion, or perhaps something truly lingers within those walls. And then there's the legend of the Lost Cemetery. So north of the hospital's grounds, past the trees and the modern day developments that are now there, lies a quiet patch of land where approximately 1,500 former patients were laid to rest. So this is actually just up on Evans Avenue. I've passed it
I
a million
was
times.
just thinking, I was like, I know the one.
Yeah, lots of unmarked graves. Very, very eerie. Forgotten for years, the cemetery actually fell into disrepair until local volunteers worked to restore it, placing plaques and markers to honor those who were buried there, but some claim that not all souls found peace. A darker story tells of a secret burial site beneath the hospital's old orchard, where unmarked graves hold the remains of patients who were never properly recorded. While this claim remains unverified, the idea of hidden histories beneath our feet only adds to the chilling aura of this place. I've gone for so many runs there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like in the old apple orchard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
It's definitely creepy. I remember I used to park. There's a little parking area in the far section, and my cousins lived on that street. And I was like, oh, cheap parking versus the school. But to walk there every day and to go back, and my class would be done by 6, and then it's at nighttime, you would see me running with my backpack through the forest to get there, because I was like, nope, I am not safe. Vanessa just runs.
Yeah.
For everything. Bye.
Just flitting to and fro.
Yeah. She ain't staying back. She's darted.
Yeah.
Where's
the
Vanessa?
hell
She's
out
gone.
That's so funny because like that campus is right across the street from my old high school, Redmond.
Yeah.
And so like at lunch, that area, that forest area is where we would go to smoke weed.
Yeah, I've definitely smoked weed in there.
So many times.
So many times.
Ghosts
like,
are probably like, can I have some?
I used to go actually, so in high school, so this might be insensitive, but it is a story that I'm just going to tell. We used to call it the loony bin.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And we used to go party down there because there was like a big gazebo and like we would just freaking party until all hours of the night.
Yep.
Hooting and hollering. I remember being so drunk.
So drunk.
Just in the grass.
Yeah, I'm sure that you and I have like passed each other at some of those
Oh, yeah.
parties and like never properly met.
Definitely.
Also at Mimico Park.
Oh, yeah. Memorial Park.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these stories paint a picture of a hospital where sorrow still lingers, where the walls whisper and the air grows heavy with unseen presences. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital stands as a testament to the past, a place where pain, healing, and mystery intertwine. Today, the grounds are home to Humber College, and the buildings have been repurposed. But if you listen closely as the wind moves through the old trees, you might just hear the echoes of those who came before.
100%. 100%. That
Yeah.
place is so haunted.
What else you got for me?
Oh man,
Got any
there's a
other
list.
stories?
There's a list.
Well, I remember like that rumor about the old smokestack being a crematorium.
Yep.
I remember hearing that when I was like a small child.
Yep.
That's what my Aunt Diane would say. Be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it was the crematorium." I was like, "What?"
No, legit. Like where the old, where the figure 8 loop is.
Yes,
for
yeah.
skating.
Yep.
Yeah, Colonel Samuel Smith Park in Etobicoke.
It's a lovely figure 8
It is, yeah.
little path. Yeah, to
Yeah, we
skate
did
on.
the skating there just recently,
And you can
it's
see all the
fun.
repurposed buildings that
Yeah.
are crazy haunted.
But it's also like historically like a very pretty
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
It's like a nice place.
Yeah.
If you're there during the day and don't go inside.
No,
Yeah, or do.
or do have
Or
fun.
do for their amazing haunted house at Halloween.
Yes.
Legend of Horrors.
Legend of Horrors. That's the
Legend
one
of
at
Horrors.
Casa Loma,
Oh,
not at Humber.
not at Humber,
But maybe we'll check out the Humber one this year.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a group together, y'all. If you're
Yes.
interested, let us know.
Yes. Ooh, speaking of, my friend Kit from work is coming to visit in May and wants to do a haunted tour somewhere.
Oh,
So I think we should do the Pioneer Village if we
Oh,
can.
yeah. We should reach out to Haunted Walks.
Yes,
We
yes.
love Haunted
We
Walks.
love Haunted
Yes.
Walks, also bumping their podcast,
Yes.
Haunted Talks.
Yes.
Yes.
I love them.
Yes, they're wonderful. We should do like a collab episode. That'd be sick.
That would
Yeah.
be so sick.
That'll be fun to
Haunted
do.
us
Talks.
up,
Hit us
Haunted
up.
Talks.
We love you.
we love you.
Okay, I can tell you one haunted story.
Okay, one, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, ready? Get comfortable.
Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
No, this one involves a child.
Oh.
So you know how all the cottages are named differently for different patients. So they had like the children ward, they had like the women, they had the men, all that fun stuff. So
Yeah.
one of the wards that I did go into was the children ward, and it was for my English class. And so I think I was just the earliest one up for the class, and I was picking up some stuff, and it was in the basement. And when I was going down to the basement, the lights were off because it was like censored. And so, but when I was coming down the stairs, all I heard was like the orchestra, like the sound of like a merry-go-round,
Yeah.
like a creepy, like
The creepy old organ playing
Yeah,
on
like
merry-go-round
a-
rides. Yeah.
that sound. And so I was like,
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Personally.
I was like,
I don't know.
yeah, I
work.
was like, okay. And then I literally got to the steps and I was like, hello? And sure enough, all I see is the morgue where it was supposed to be. And I was like, oh, hell no. No. I was like, I'm getting out of here. And I darted upstairs and waited.
There she goes again.
Gone again. We need like Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Pull the lever. I literally darted up the stairs and waited for people to come because I was not going to go in the basement until there was like other people.
100%.
But it's honestly, that place is every day I would experience something. It was a weird things that would happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy on those grounds.
Oh, no, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and also especially around the morgue, that's kind of like almost like purgatory,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
For cadavers.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Ooh, I love that. I used to want to work in a morgue really badly, like as an autopsy tech or do forensic pathology. But
Yeah.
my brain said, science what?
Yeah. A word.
And I was like, okay.
You really have to be like a certain type of person to be working in a morgue.
But like, I think that I have the temperament for it. My brain just doesn't have the science.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would be like petrified. Like I would be like nervous
Yeah.
because like just being next to a dead body, I would be like, no. There's
Not
a
for
video
you?
game like that. There's a video game, the morgue assistant. Or
Wait,
whatever.
what?
Yeah, there is a video game about it.
I need this. I need this
Yeah.
game.
Oh
It's-
my god.
This is how I appease my childhood dream.
exactly.
Hold on, I gotta look up the name. It's
Video game.
it is. I watched a bunch of like Twitch like video. The mortuary assistant. It's-
Yo.
yeah. So basically, it's like a haunted thing, and you go in and you have to like do the bodies and stuff like that. Like versus there's like crazy like situations.
This looks wild.
Yo, I
gang.
want
Yeah.
to play this so bad.
Yeah,
yeah,
you need to
I was
download
watching
it.
like a full hour on like stream, like
Oh my
or,
god.
or
Twitch
whatever-
or something, yeah.
whatever it was. I don't know. I fell into like the rabbit hole, and I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting game." And everyone who plays it says that it's extremely creepy.
I love it. I wonder what my girl Elena Urquhart would think of this. Another podcast bump. Morbid. My girl's Ashley. We love you. Elena was an autopsy tech. That's why I bring this up.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
curious as to what like she would think about
yeah,
it. Like,
yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to bump Elena's books, The Butcher and the Wren and The Butcher Game. Holy shit, they're so fucking good. If you're looking for like a good like crime read,
Yeah.
like horror crime,
Yeah.
check out Butcher and the Wren book 1 and The Butcher Game book 2. Phenomenal.
They
I
are
literally
good.
sat down and read The Butcher and the Wren cover to cover. I sat down, read it cover to cover in one go.
Damn.
Phenomenal.
It's a good book. I read those. Those were really interesting.
They're really great.
Yeah, I like them. I like dark and edgy and romance.
Yes, like Wrath of Love
Yeah.
by our lovely Vanessa Stock.
Yeah.
Book bump.
Book bump.
And next is Shadow of Innocence, which the cover's being released on March 7th.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
soon.
Everyone follow Vanessa on Instagram at
Yeah.
author Vanessa Stock.
Yes.
She's got lots of goodies coming out for her books.
Yeah. And there's a lot of dead bodies in that book.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies. So if you like our podcast, you're definitely gonna like book 1 and 2.
Yeah. It's definitely a horror film.
Yeah, waiting
Waiting.
to happen.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the haunted history of Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital. If you have your own ghost stories or know of a location we should cover next, reach out to us on social media or send us an email at mrs.melancholy.pod@gmail.com or Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share Mrs. Melancholy with fellow lovers of the eerie and unexplained. Until next time, stay curious, stay haunted, and never walk alone in the dark. Bye.
See ya.